Let's take a breath, a deep, settling breath. Now, let's turn down the volume on the world for a moment. Mute the constant advice, the expectations, the well-worn paths others have laid before us. Today, we're asking ourselves something important. Are we truly on our own journey? Or have we simply been following trails carved out by someone else? Following the light of others. Think about it. How do you navigate through life? Maybe you walk beneath the soft glow of a guide, tracing the footsteps of mentors, absorbing wisdom from books, mirroring those you admire. That's natural. We all start there. As students, we learn from teachers. As children, we look to parents. As dreamers, we study those who've made it before us. But here's the real question. Is that path truly yours? Or do you dare to step off the map, into the untamed, unmarked space where no signposts exist, where each step depends not on someone else's advice, but on the quiet compass within you? That's where the deeper journey begins, the one that isn't about imitation, but about intuition, not about external validation, but about self-trust. It's a path that requires courage because it offers no guarantees, no safety nets. And yet, this is where the greatest discoveries happen. The ones who created their own path. History remembers those who dared to break away. Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college to chase a vision no one else could see. Virginia Woolf, who defied literary norms and wrote in ways that reshaped storytelling. Amelia Earhart, who refused to accept the limitations set before her and let the sky call her forward. Their paths weren't handed to them. They created them, not by clinging to external guidance, but by listening to something far deeper, their own unshakable inner voice. And that brings us to an important question. When do you stop looking outward and start looking inward? We grow up believing that wisdom comes from outside of us, that if we observe long enough, learn enough, listen enough, we'll finally have the answers. And yes, there's great value in learning from others. Someone once said, learn from the mistakes of others rather than making them yourself. But at some point, wisdom shifts. It stops being something we collect and starts being something we realize. Like a seed that waits for just the right moment to bloom, truth isn't something we find. It's something that awakens within us. It rises when we stop searching outside and start trusting the quiet knowing that's been there all along. Destination versus journey, what are we really after? Are you chasing a destination, the achievement, the title, the moment of arrival? Or is it the journey itself that shapes you? Think of a mountaineer. Is it the summit that defines them, or is it the climb, the endurance, the resilience, the transformation? It's the same for the entrepreneur who succeeds after years of failure. The artist who grows through every rejected painting. The parent who discovers patience in the chaos of raising a child. The goal is just a single point on a much longer road. The real experience, the real truth, lives in the becoming. The search for meaning, looking out versus looking in. We are seekers, always searching for meaning in careers, in relationships, in spirituality. And often, we assume the answers exist somewhere out there, in a book, in a teacher's words, in the lives of those who have already walked the path. And yes, their wisdom matters, but it should serve as a lantern, not a map. Because in the end, the only path that will ever feel truly right is the one aligned with who you really are. Not who your parents expected you to be. Not who society told you to become. But who you, at your core, were always meant to be. The power of turning inward. And this is where introversion, true, deep self-reflection, becomes our greatest tool. Not as a personality trait, but as a practice, a willingness to turn inward, to sit in stillness, to listen to the voice beneath the noise. It's in that quiet space where clarity emerges, where the entrepreneur reflects on failures and sees the next step, where the philosopher questions their own beliefs and uncovers deeper truths, where the individual sits alone and realizes the answer they were searching for was never missing. It was just buried beneath the distractions. Closing thoughts, the answers are already within you. So here's the truth. The answers you seek are not waiting in the outside world. They are not hidden in someone else's journey, in a book, or in a mentor's advice. They are already within you. You just have to be willing to listen. And that, more than any goal, any achievement, any destination, is the real journey. The one that leads you not just forward, but inward.